Hey there friends, it's a beautiful day here in mid-September. I'm actually out in Colorado hoping to find some mushrooms. This would be a good time of year to find some porcini mushrooms. That would be really cool. But I'm not sure what I'm going to find. I'm not so familiar with this area. So yeah, let's go check it out, see what we can find. Come on. All right, well, here's some little mushrooms forming. They look kind of oystery. There is an aspen oyster, but I think that's more common in the spring and early summer. These could also be just the common oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus ostriatus. I found a lot of those in Oregon in June in the mountains. Or it could be something completely different. I'm not sure. There's not enough to go on. So yeah, let's keep moving. Maybe we'll find some more. The exotic robin, one of the beautiful birds of the mountains. Wow. Huh, well, that's a pretty awesome little shelter there. Expertly constructed. Be there, witches. Let's see. Oh, well. No sign of witches. No sign of mushrooms. Let us continue. Well, there's a lot of really pretty lichens on these boulders. More than just a fungus, less than a mushroom. Not really that exciting. Let's keep going. Well, it's getting dark. I should probably head home before the mountain lions wake up. Didn't find a whole lot of mushrooms. I guess that's to be expected here in this harsh alpine environment. But we have a couple more days, so tomorrow is another day. All right, so here we are in the park the next day, and it looks like we've got some Agaricus mushrooms here. These look a lot like Prince mushrooms based on their kind of blocky shape, tan color, and it looks like they're have a little bit of yellow staining. Can't be completely sure on the species. Here's a list of the 34 recognized species of Agaricus mushrooms in Colorado. I do not see Agaricus augustus on there, which would be the Prince mushroom in the west coast, but I do see Agaricus nanagustus. That's found more in the eastern ranges. But Agaricus mushrooms, they always have a ring. They'll have pinkish kind of gills that turn to dark brown when they get older. And they will not have a universal veil or swollen base like a lot of Amanita mushrooms. And they do kind of resemble the Agaricus bisporous mushrooms you'll find in the grocery store. But this is not a beginner mushroom. There's definitely a lot of things to be cautious about if you're thinking about eating these mushrooms in the wild. Actually, this would be a good time to have a word of warning. Let's do a little segment, a word of warning about Agaricus mushrooms. Here we go. Word of warning about Agaricus mushrooms. First and foremost, more people die thinking they're eating Agaricus mushrooms every year than any other mushroom. They can resemble deadly Amanita mushrooms in the button phase. So do not make that mistake. Definitely do not eat what you think are Agaricus mushrooms with white gills or green gills, or that universal veil, that swollen egg shape at the base of the mushroom. Secondly, these mushrooms are known to bioaccumulate heavy metals, PCBs, petrochemicals, other toxins. And seeing as some of the more desirable edible versions of Agaricus mushrooms are known to grow alongside humans, they're probably something you just want to avoid altogether. You'd be better off just going to the grocery store and buying some Agaricus biosporus mushrooms off the shelf for a few dollars. Speaking of the Agaricus biosporus, the creminis, the white buttons, the portobellas, the baby bellas, those are all the same mushroom, just maybe slightly different strains, but same mushroom at different stages of development. And all Agaricus mushrooms contain a known carcinogen called agaritine, which in high levels can have negative effects. So that's something you want to avoid. You never want to eat these raw. Just like most mushrooms, you don't want to eat them raw, but sometimes restaurants will do silly things and serve these raw in a salad or something. That's something you definitely want to avoid. Here's something that made me laugh on the streets of Colorado. It was a restaurant advertising a wild mushroom pizza with both cremini and portobello mushrooms, neither of which are wild, and both are the same mushroom, so I thought that was funny. Some restaurants may be unreliable. But yeah, those are some words of warning about the Agaricus mushroom. Now let's go back to our regular program. Well, here's some older polypore mushrooms. Can't really tell what those were at this point. Do you guys know what those were? Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay, so here's some more urban mushrooms at the base of this aspen tree. There's some dried up old honey mushrooms. So these little guys are Armillaria ostoyae, formerly Armillaria solidipes. Both those names are kind of used interchangeably, but I think ostoyae is the more proper, more current scientific name. Desirable edible fungus, edible with caution. You have to really cook these well. I find the best results parboiling these for like 5 minutes and then cooking them as you would normally cook a mushroom. These are a lot like the honey mushrooms, Armillaria amelia, find back home in Indiana, except for these are a little more brownish and a little more scaly on top and on the stem, but they do have a ring, just like the Armillaria amelia. Unlike the Armillaria tibescens that grows in the eastern United States, that does not have a ring. That's the ringless honey mushroom. But yeah, pretty cool to find these right here. Don't eat any mushrooms by a parking lot or roadsides or anywhere near human habitation. Armillaria ostoyae is the same species as the humongous fungus, the largest known organism in the world. It takes up like 2,400 acres or something. So take that, blue whale. You may be the largest animal that ever lived, but you're nothing compared to the size of the humongous fungus. And behind me here, these honey mushrooms were growing on this quaking aspen tree. They're just turning yellow at this time of the year, and they do grow in colonies, so you can kind of see patchworks of the different individual colonies of aspens up on the mountainsides as they turn yellow at slightly different times. Somewhere in Utah, there's a grove of these, all genetically identical, sharing the same root system, called the Pando colony. That is the largest single organism by mass. I think it covers about 100 acres as opposed to like 2,400 for the humongous fungus. So these are both very interesting species here in the West, some of the largest organisms in the world. All right, well, cool. Well, at least we found those. Let's move on. Maybe we'll find some other mushrooms out here in Colorado. All right, so here we are in another park type situation, and here are some more edible Agaricus funguses. These look a lot like the meadow mushroom, Agaricus campestris. You'll often see meadow mushrooms in fairy rings in people's yards and lawns. They're a little different than the prince mushroom, but yes, another edible Agaricus mushroom. Edible with caution. I wouldn't eat these from this populated area. But yeah, they're similar to the prince mushroom. They do not have a yellow staining reaction. They're not quite as tan. They're a bit more whiter, and their annulus, or the ring on the stem, tends to fade quite quickly. In fact, you can't really even see the ring on this one. Here's a younger example just next to it. You can see the ring a little better on that one. But yeah, both the prince and the meadow mushroom have the gills that are free from the stem. They do not attach to the stem, and they turn pink and then to dark brown in maturity. These Agaricus mushrooms, they'll have a brown spore print. Definitely not a beginner mushroom, but yeah, another edible Agaricus mushroom. But that's really cool. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm out of time here in Colorado. Let's move on. Well, I didn't have a whole lot of time for foraging, didn't find any porcini mushrooms, but we did find a couple interesting mushrooms and some fun things to talk about. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time on Mushroom Journeys.